Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. We welcome you to tonight's broadcast from Ted Fritsch Field on the campus of Notre Dame Academy. A huge FRCC-South matchup between the visiting Menasha Bluejays and the home team, the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. Again, both teams coming in leaders of the pack in the FRCC-South. Tritons tied for number 1. Bluejays sitting at number 2. Both teams coming in at a 3-2 overall record. This is a huge one in terms of winning the conference. As both teams take the field after pregame warm-ups, we are getting ready for tonight's contest. We believe it is Menasha receiving to start tonight's game. Waiting for confirmation yet on that, but currently at the moment, Menasha will receive the opening kickoff. Notre Dame will kick off. Week 6 here in the WIAA football season. Supposed to be a little bit of a rainy night tonight here in Green Bay. Supposed to hit right in about half an hour, 7:30, so that's something to keep an eye on tonight. Right now, no precipitation, sitting at 66 degrees. Some clouds in the sky, but for the moment right now, it's a beautiful night for some high school football here in the great state of Wisconsin. This game was slated to be one of the better ones here in the preseason. Both teams were expected to be high ranked in the FRCC-South. Both currently unranked in the state rankings, but a win tonight would go a long way for both sides. Sam Gilles set to kick this one away. It's going to be Chase Parker back to receive deep for the Blue Jays. We're getting for official signal. There's something wrong with the chains, so that is our current holdup. Student section's still waiting for the opening kickoff. They're holding it out. But we are still having some technical difficulties with the chains. So hold your hats, folks. Gilles getting his signal, and we are ready. Gilles will run up into this one and send it high into the sky. It'll be fielded back by Parker at about the 10-yard line. Parker has a block. Parker off the right of those blockers, and he is dropped right around the 25. Chase Parker with a 15-yard return. Out comes A.J. Korth. The junior quarterback. A lot of talent for juniors in the quarterback class in northeastern Wisconsin. You talk about Gabe Herman, Cole Benson, Duke Shovald. A.J. Korth is on that list. Korth, one of the better dual threat quarterbacks in the region. The lineup in the shotgun. Does A.J. Korth takes a snap, and we've got a flag right off the bat, and we've got a false start going against Menasha. So 1st and 15 is where it's going to start tonight from the Blue Jays 19. So we'll wait for our first play from scrimmage yet tonight. Blue Jays break the huddle. These two teams squared off in the spring. The two independent teams from the FRCC to play in an independent schedule in the spring. A direct snap to Korth. Korth throws, and that one is going to be incomplete to Simon Bauer-Schimmick. So second down and 15. Again, both these teams squared off in the spring. Final score of that one was 13-10 in favor of the Tritons. Late game heroics from Will Zellner, who is down on the sideline tonight. The rain is starting to come down here from Ted Fritsch Field. A handoff to Devontre Smith, and immediately met by Braden Curtin. Smith was met right on the edge by Curtin, dropped for a loss on the play. Back, probably more no gain on the play. But it'll be 3rd and 15 here for the Tritons. This would be a huge one to get off the field. That's something the Tritons have struggled with so far this season. Getting off the field on 3rd down would be a huge way to set the tone for this one to get a 3 and out. Blue Jays taking their time out of the huddle. Wayne Williams checks in at defensive line for the Tritons. Once again, 3rd and 15 for Korth and his crew. Korth takes the shotgun snap, pressure's on, he'll take off and run. Forced out to the sideline, he is out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. But that's something that A.J. Korth can do. He will take off and run. And up to the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th and 9, and it'll be Korth set to punt it away for the Blue Jays. Back to receive is Daniel Hornacek. He has 11 rushing touchdowns on the season, 12 all-purpose. After a 3-touchdown performance last week in Sheboygan. That one is booted to the right sideline. It'll roll out of bounds. Nice punt there from A.J. Korth. And the Tritons will set up shop at their own. We'll see where the referee stops his walk. It'll be at the 28-yard line. So that's where Notre Dame will take over. So 1st and 10 from the 28 for the Tritons as they bring out senior quarterback Sam Legowski. Legowski will line up in the shotgun. Hornacek to his left. Legowski takes a snap, hands it off to Hornacek. Hornacek cuts up, spins off man, still going, and he is dropped after a pickup of about 4 on the play. Daniel Hornacek making some guys miss on that first play. Keaton Karanda in on the tackle. So up to the 32, it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tritons. They will be moving the ball forward. Rain really starting to come down now. Umbrellas going up in front of us in the stands. Legowski lines up under center. In motion is King. Handoff to Hornacek. Cuts up, still on his feet, and he is dragged down at the 36. Another pickup of 4 for the senior running back. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Again, 3rd and 2 here for the Tritons. Can the Tritons keep the offense going and get a drive going? Legowski under center, hands it off to Hornacek. Hornacek almost met in the backfield. He goes down the left sideline and is knocked out of bounds with well enough for the 1st down. Daniel Hornacek up to the 43. 1st and 10 from the 42 officially. Do have a little bit of a miss coming in back at the camera. but that should be all right. A little water doesn't hurt anyone. Legowski lines up under center. Takes a snap, hands it off to Hornacek. He is met in the backfield, driven back by number 41, Ian Domes. And the Triton offense moving backwards to the 38. So it'll be second and 14, second and 15, right around that point. Legowski will line up under center. Two receivers near side. Hornacek in the backfield. Legowski sends a man in motion. That's Herning. And it'll be a jet sweep. Joey Herning tries to find the edge. There goes Herning. Herning knocked out of bounds by number 5, Seth Spaeth on the play, up to about the 45, 46-yard line. It'll be third down. Officially, it'll be the 46. Legowski under center in the I formation here on 3rd and 6. He will fake the handoff. Pressure's on, hit and sacked. Legowski goes down. It's number 88, Mason Tanner on the play. So the Tritons pick up a first down, but their next set of chains does not do much. It'll be 4th and 18, and Sam Gio will be on to punt. Time has been called by Menasha. We'll take a timeout. We are getting reports that the audio is a little echoey. We will work on that while we're on a break. You're watching Notre Dame football on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. 0-0 our score here in the first, 7:46 remaining. We welcome you back. 4th and 17. Tritons are forced to punt after a Sam Legowski sack by Tanner. Gio gets the punt away, almost blocked. This one is going to bounce back, take a Menasha bounce to the 35, and it'll be down at the 34-yard line of Menasha. So A.J. Korth comes back out, leads his offense after a 3-and-out. That was a 3-play, 6-yard drive for Menasha. After an incomplete pass, false start, they really weren't able to get much going. Let's see if that changes on this drive. Korth takes a snap. He is met, still on his feet, and down he goes, short of the 40-yard line. Jay Strain in on the tackle. Strain, the leading tackler for this Triton group, from that high safety spot. An aggressive downhill playmaker. Also makes a couple of plays through the air, getting in the middle of passing lanes. Snap to Korth, a direct run up the middle, and he will pick up the first down on that one, the first down of the night for the Blue Jays. Up to the 45, and again, it'll be enough for a Menasha first down. And the clock continues to roll. Under 7 minutes, 6:45 and counting remaining in the ball game, or excuse me, in the first quarter. We're still well early in this one. Maybe that might help. Korth on the keeper. Sam Geel in on the tackle. Still in the process of fixing all those technical difficulties. Second down and 4 from the 49 here for the Blue Jays as they continue to march down the field. Korth in the shotgun. He's got Smith behind him. It'll be a handoff to Devontre Smith. Devontre Smith takes the handoff, and he is brought down just short of the first down marker. Cade Wazelkoff in on the tackle. It'll be third down and 1.
Third and 1 from the 46.
See if the Tritons are able to get a stop here. Handoff to Smith. He, I believe, has enough for a first down. The clock stops. And I think they're going to give it to him. Yes, indeed. That is the call.
Enough yardage for the first down. It will be first and 10 Blue Jays.
Devontre Smith
Just inside the Titans' 45-yard line.
gets it just to the 45. First down and 10 from the 45. A pitch out. And he is going to get met in the backfield. Korth pitched it back to Seth Spaeth on the play. Sam Geel in the backfield. Blake Osbar also in there. They tried some trickeration on the reverse, but they go backwards to the 48. Second down and 17 here for Menasha. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. Direct snap to Korth. He's going to dump it off in an incomplete pass. It'll be a third and long here for the Blue Jays. And there is going to be a flag down. And this one might be going against Notre Dame. Oh, an illegal forward pass going against. Yeah, I was going to say on that draw play, he stepped up and threw it incomplete. A loss of 5. It'll be third and 22. From the 43. Korth drops back. The lefty's going deep. That one's going to get over everyone's head and an incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 22, and it'll force Menasha to punt once again. Korth is set to punt it away. That one end over end. It'll roll inside the 25 and be down by Seth Spaeth. Officially, it'll be marked down at the 22-yard line. And we'll take a timeout very quickly. 1st and 10 when we come back. You're watching Notre Dame Football on Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. And we're back. 1st and 10 here for Notre Dame from their own 22-yard line. Legowski under center. Tries to get him to jump, does not. A handoff to Hornacek. Hornacek has a wide open hole. Daniel Hornacek down the right sideline. There goes Hornacek down the right sideline. Touchdown, Notre Dame. What a play by Daniel Hornacek. A wide open hole. 78 yards. And that's a way to start this football game. Sam Geel on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. 3:24 remaining in the first quarter. Tritons have struck first on a Daniel Hornacek 78-yard touchdown. We'll be right back. 3:24 remaining in the first quarter. You're watching Notre Dame Football on Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. Welcome you back. 7-0 is our score. A Daniel Hornacek long touchdown play. And the Tritons have first blood. Geel set to kick this one away. Low line drive. It'll be fielded by Spaeth. Back at about the 5. Seth Spaeth has the right sideline. He is brought down just past the 20-yard line. Augustine in on the tackle. And that is where Menasha will take over at their own 24.
1st and 10 Bluejays at their own 24-yard line.
Korth in the shotgun. We'll see if the Blue Jays are able to strike back. Korth up the middle, and he's going to get dropped after the QB keeper. I believe it was Keegan King in there. Yes, that is Keegan in there on the play. Had a nice game receiving last week. 4 receptions, 84 yards for the senior receiver. Korth in the shotgun, he'll roll out, finds a hole, still on his feet is A.J. Korth.
Generously supporting our programs, including
I believe we are back. Indeed, we are. 7-7 is our score at the end of the second quarter. An action-packed 3 minutes that you missed. A.J. Korth had a 48-yard rushing touchdown on 3rd and 3 that gave Menasha the tie. And then on the ensuing kickoff, the Blue Jays attempted onside kick. They recover it. Now they have the ball at the 42-yard line of Notre Dame. It has been an action-packed first half, and we are not even we just got halfway through it. Second and 4 from the 42. Korth lines up in the shotgun. Blue Jays now moving left to right in their blue helmets, white jerseys, and white pants. Devontre Smith on the handoff is met, and I think with the final reach, he is going to get enough for a first down. Keegan King in on the tackle. And I think they might have him just short. Let's see the official call. And it is going to be just short. Third and inches here for Menasha. Let's see if that Triton front is able to get a stop here. Fakes the handoff. Korth up the middle again. There goes A.J. Korth. He's still on his feet. A.J. Korth inside the 10. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Another rushing touchdown for A.J. Korth. 9 carries, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the junior quarterback. It is now 13-7, Menasha. Blanset on to attempt the extra point. There's a stoppage here. So I'll have to bring in the backup kicker. It'll be Bryce Dusack on to attempt the extra point. Kick is good. A knuckleball, but it is in. 14-7 is the score. We're going to have a good one tonight from Green Bay. Still early on in the second quarter. Menasha has taken the lead. We'll be right back here watching Notre Dame football on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from Ted Fritch Field as Blanset pops this one straight up. It'll be fielded by Jack Burnt. Burnt on the return. He'll be dropped just past the 30-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32. So here comes the Notre Dame offense. Last drive they were out, they scored a touchdown. But since then, it's been all Blue Jays. They have yet to touch the ball since scoring their 78-yard touchdown from Daniel Hornacek. Legowski under center. Takes a snap, drops back, he'll throw. He's got James Flanagan out in the flat. Flanagan's still on his feet, and he will be dragged down, still on his feet, and he's brought down inside of Menasha territory. The freshman tight end, James Flanagan, makes a big play out in open space. Tackled in the secondary up to the 48-yard line, a pickup of 20 on the first pass of the game from Sam Legowski, and it goes to James Flanagan. He's been a nice target at that tight end spot over the last couple of weeks. Has 2 receiving touchdowns on the season, one against West and one against North. Legowski under center in the I formation, sends Augustine in motion, takes a snap. Hands it off to Hornacek, and he is met in the backfield. Loss of 1 on the play. I believe that was Devontre Smith. And on the tackle, loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11 from the 49. Legowski under center again in the I formation. Sends Curtin in motion. It'll be a rollout. Legowski going downfield. He's got Keegan King. He's got it. Keegan King inside the 20. What a play there from Legowski to Keegan King. Down to the 20-yard line. The Triton offense is moving. A pickup of 29 on the play. 2nd down and 10 as the wind continues to pick up. Rain is coming down. Legowski under center. In the I formation. Tries to get him the jump, does not get it. Hand off to Hornacek, bounces off the left tackle, still on his feet. Picks up 2 extra yards on the play. And it looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss on the play, but he finds a way to pick up about an extra yard on the play. Second down and 19 here. 2nd down and 9 from the 19 for Notre Dame. Legowski under center, empty backfield. Bunch formation, close to the line of scrimmage on the right side. This is going to be a pass play. Legowski trying to evade pressure. Down he goes. It is Ian Doms on the tackle back to about the 27. A big loss on the play. Brings up 3rd and 17. This might be passing situation here for Notre Dame. Legowski in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the field and a tight end. Hornacek in the backfield. Legowski drops back. Pressure's on. He rolls out. He's going to take off and just take off for the sideline. Brought out for a loss. I believe back all the way to the 31-yard line. 4th and 21, and Sam Geel will attempt a very long field goal. This one's going to be from 49 yards out. Check that, 48 yards out. We'll see if Geel has the leg for it. And an official timeout. Not sure what for. So here we go, a 48-yard field goal attempt here for Sam Geel. This would be a very long one. High snap, kick on its way, might have the leg, it is going to be well short. The ball is going to be placed pretty far up in Notre Dame territory. They'll put it at the 30-yard line. I believe that's where they're putting it. No, it'll be back at the 20 as the ball went out of the back of the end zone. So 1st and 10 from the 20, under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Blue Jays have a one-possession lead, and they have the football. A timeout called. There were only 10 players on the field. So that's going to be Notre Dame's first timeout of the half. And I don't think they're happy to be using it there. We'll take a timeout. 7:57 remaining in the second quarter. Blue Jays have a 14-7 lead here over Notre Dame. You're watching Notre Dame Football on Train Sports Network here on YouTube. We're back. 1st and 10 here for the Blue Jays on their own 20-yard line. Korth in the shotgun. He's got Smith, the running back, to his left. He'll take the snap, fakes the handoff, steps up, and he'll run. Takes a hit past the 25-yard line. Augustine and Strain in on the tackle. Pickup of 6 on the play, and the Blue Jay offense, after being relatively slow to start the game, a long rushing touchdown will definitely help the case. They've been running almost at ease since that long touchdown run. Second and 4. Korth still on his feet. Ball is out. Who has the football? I think Menasha got back on top of it, and it would be enough for a first down. That's got to hurt if you're Notre Dame. Recovered by Menasha. Past the first down marker, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. And there's going to be a flag. No, offsides going against Notre Dame. All right. Notre Dame thought it was going to be an illegal shift or illegal formation, but called against Notre Dame. So 1st and 5 from the 36. Under 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Notre Dame will receive the second half kickoff. Korth takes off and run. He is hit from behind by Braden Curtin on the play. Still short of the first down. It'll bring up 2nd and about 3 from the 38-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Korth in the shotgun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Devontre Smith. Smith is going to be met at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. A host of Tritons get in there. Curtin and Osbar were in there. Still at the 38. It'll be 3rd and 3. We'll see if the Notre Dame defense is able to get a stop and get the football back. To try and tie up this game going into halftime. Fake handoff, Korth up the middle. They will just have the first down. The last reach out just got it for him. It was Braden Curtin in on the tackle. Up to the 41 and a 1st and 10 here for the Blue Jays. They've been able to convert on those short distance opportunities since about midway through the first quarter. It's been a running night. Menasha 21 attempts for 160 yards so far in this ball game, as it'll be another handoff to Devontre Smith. Smith cuts back, still on his feet. He is brought down at the 49 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 officially. Notre Dame in need of a stop if they want to get the football back to try and tie it up or get some points on the board. Korth will run. There goes A.J. Korth, and he's got enough for a first down up to the 46 of Notre Dame. Time has been called by Notre Dame. It'll be a 1st and 10 when we come back. 2nd timeout of the half for Notre Dame. 3:34 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame Football on Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. First and 10 here for Menasha. We welcome you back to Ted Fritsch Field. It's been a good one so far in this first half. A lot of fireworks. As Notre Dame has just taken a timeout to try and stop the bleeding. First and 10 from the 46. A handoff to Devontre Smith. He bounces off a tackle. Still on his feet. Devontre Smith down the left sideline. Flag is down. Smith will go into the end zone. But again, there is a flag down back at about the 34-yard line. We will see what that one is for. Holding going against Menasha. So it's going to be first and, excuse me, first and 8 from the 43. Officially first and 7. Rain still somewhat coming down. It's kind of subsided. And a flag is down. False start against Menasha. So first and 12 now. Under 3.5 minutes to go, still here in the first half. Korth in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off to Smith. Smith trying to find the corner, and he is met by Jay Strain, and I believe that is Keegan King. Strain and King combining on the tackle on that one. It'll be second down from the 42. So second and 6 as the clock is under 3 minutes to go. Korth again in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Up the middle is A.J. Korth, and he is thrown down. A couple of junior defensive linemen in there on the stop, Tate Milton and Jason Vandenhouten. Gain of 1 officially. It'll be 3rd and 5. Notre Dame in need of a stop here as we close in on 2 minutes to go here in the first half, rather. Korth in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Korth up the middle. He is hit, and he is driven back. He will not get the first down. Keegan King makes the initial stop. He will be about a yard or 2 short. So decision time here for Menasha. Will they go for it?
4th and 2 from the 38.
All signs pointing to that. They are going to go for it here on 4th and 2. Huge potential momentum shifting play here in this first half. 4th and 2 from the 38. Korth fakes the handoff up the middle. He is just short. We'll see what the initial spot is, and it is Notre Dame ball. Short of the first down. There is some life yet for Notre Dame. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 1 timeout. This is a big opportunity to go and get some points. They do receive the second half kickoff, as we recall. One minute and 1 second remaining in the first half. Hornacek is the running back. Legowski in shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Walateam, the running back, to the near side. Flanagan steps off the line of scrimmage, and he comes in motion. Legowski takes the snap and drops back. He will step up, crank this one downfield, and is well over everyone's head, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. That one takes off 8 seconds off the clock, so 53 seconds remaining here in this first half. Wind really starting to pick up. Blowing east-southeast. Makes it really tough to kick field goals from this end of the stadium, as the Tritons have already tried to do here in this first half on a 48-yard attempt. Legowski dumps it off to Hornacek. Hornacek will be thrown down in the backfield. That was number 33, Logan Legal. Check that 32, Bryson Olson. And a timeout called by Menasha with 29 seconds remaining. Loss of 5 on that play, so 3rd and 15. We'll keep it here. Stats so far here in this first half. Daniel Hornacek, 7 carries for 89 yards. He's the leading rusher for Notre Dame. Leading passer, Sam Legowski, 3 for 4, 44 yards. Keegan King, the leading receiver, with 1 reception for 29 yards. As for Menasha, not much through the air for the Blue Jays. They're 0 for 2 in the first half so far. But on the ground, they have been absolutely destroying Notre Dame on the ground, as A.J. Korth has 2 rushing touchdowns, 17 carries, and 159 rushing yards here just in the first half. 3rd down and 14. Legowski lines up under center. A handoff to Hornacek. Spins off a tackle, does number 21. He is brought down past the original line to gain, up to about the 40. Still well short of the first down. Timeout called by Menasha. That was their final, so it forces Notre Dame to punt and give the ball back to the Blue Jays. We'll see what they do with it. For Notre Dame, this is their first time playing at home since taking down West 2 weeks ago, 58-12. Last time they played Menasha, the elements definitely were a factor. It was a chilly March evening down in Menasha at Calder Stadium. It was snowing in that one. Tonight, the rain is a factor. It's a nice night for ground and pound football. If you're into that sort of fashion of football, this is the game for you. Grinding out tough yards and big plays on the ground. 22 seconds remain here in the first half. Sam Geel on to attempt the punt. Joe Trotovic, the long snapper. That one low, and a timeout is called by Notre Dame. maybe rather helpful, as that was a low snap and Gilles would have had to scramble to try and recover it. Fourth and 8 from the 39. I believe Notre Dame will still be punting. Can't see a situation where they decide to punt, or excuse me, go for it. We'll add a second onto the clock, so 22 seconds to go. Gilles still set to punt it away. But Trotovic, the long snapper, the backup quarterback. That one gets to him. Punt is away. This one's going to roll, take a big Notre Dame bounce inside the 10, rolling inside the 5, and that is where it will be downed. A beautiful punt there from Sam Gilles. And I'm sure that plays into Menasha's game plan, as I'm sure they thought that they were going to maybe have an opportunity to try and make a play, but with no timeouts and 96 yards to go, maybe they just hedge their bets and take a kneel here. I think that's what they're going to be doing here. Korth drops to a knee, and that'll do it for the first half. 14-7 is your score. Menasha has the lead, but Notre Dame set to receive the second half kickoff. We'll be right back with first half scores and stats. We'll be right back. 14-7, your halftime score in favor of the Blue Jays. You're watching Notre Dame football on Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. We're back. As you can see by the screen, it is monsoon rain here at Ted Fritsch Field. Definitely going to play a factor here in the second half. But a good football game that we should have in front of us. 14-7. We'll check on some stats here from the first half. Sam Legowski, 3 for 4, 44 yards through the air. Keegan King with the reception for 29 yards. James Flanagan with the reception for 20 yards. Daniel Hornacek, 8 carries, 97 yards on the ground. A.J. Korth, 18 carries for 158 yards. He's 0 for 2 through the air. Samuel Blanchett set to kick it off. It's possible we might see another onside kick here. This one is a line drive, and it is going to go out of bounds.
Penalty marker, the kick going out of bounds.
So kick out of bounds going against Menasha. And the ball will be brought up to the 35.
By rule, the Tritons will take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. Legowski lines up under center and gets a guy to jump.
Penalty marker.
And no, it's going to go against Notre Dame.
False start, the indication against the Tritons. 5-yard penalty. Moves the line of
Menasha
scrimmage.
definitely crossed the line of scrimmage, and Notre Dame jumped. They call a false start. All right, then 1st and 15 from the 30. Is where we'll start this second half of action. Legowski takes a snap, hands it off to Hornacek. Hornacek up the middle, and he is met. No gain on the play.
Tackle for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Tritons. That was Keaton Karanda in on the tackle, the junior linebacker.
15 from the 30.
A lot of young talent over there at Menasha, and they've been putting it on display tonight. 2nd and 15. Clock was stopped. Now it'll run. Under 11 and a half minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Legowski under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hornacek. He cuts, he slips and falls. No gain on the play. And 3rd and 15. This is not what Notre Dame wants.
Third and 15.
They definitely wanted to take advantage of that first down, the kick out of bounds, and getting the ball to start the second half. And so far, they have not been able to take advantage of it. It'll be 3rd and 15 from the 30. Legowski hands it off, met, going backwards. Absolutely nothing doing on that one. Marked back at, I believe, the 27. Call it the 26. We'll call it the 27. 4th and 18, and Sam Geel set to punt it away once again. Low snap, bobbles with it. Geel goes down, and Menasha's going to have the football deep in Notre Dame territory. Wow. Just a big mistake. A low snap. That's something that we saw before, but it was wiped out by a timeout. And now Menasha has the football deep in Notre Dame territory with a chance to go up 2 scores. Time has been called. By Menasha.
Menasha, their first charge timeout.
First and 10 from the 13. In a game that Notre Dame bounced out to a huge 78-yard score from Daniel Hornacek. Since that moment, it has been all Menasha. Notre Dame in need of a huge momentum-shifting play right here. Excuse me, it is the third quarter. Korth in the shotgun. He'll take off and run. He is met right in the gap by Sam Geel. Officially no gain on the play. It'll bring up second down and 10.
No gain on the play, second and 10 from the 13.
Approaching the 9:30 mark. Not quite 8:30 local time here in Wisconsin. Korth steps up and runs into a host of Tritons. Driven back, Max Augustine was there on the hit. Up to the 10. And it's 3rd down and 7 here for the Blue Jays.
3rd and 7 from the 10-yard line.
This would be a huge stop for Notre Dame if they're able to come through here to keep Menasha out of the end zone. Korth takes the snap, hands it off to Smith. Smith up the middle, touchdown Blue Jays. Unbelievable, Devontre Smith. A 10-yard rushing touchdown. And Menasha up 20-0. I believe Menasha is going to go for 2. Defense staying out there. They feel confident in their ability to pick up these 3 yards and put an extra 2 points up on the board. Korth in the shotgun. Smith to his right. Fakes the handoff. Korth to the goal line. 2-point conversion is good. 22-7 is our score here from Ted Fritchfield. We'll take a timeout. 8:27 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame football on Train Sports Network here on YouTube. Back from Ted Fritsch Field, 8:27 remaining in the third quarter. It has been all Menasha since a 78-yard Daniel Hornacek rushing touchdown. Menasha has scored 22 unanswered. We'll see if Menasha might have to kick it with a hold. They're lined up as if they're going to onside kick it again. And this one's just going to be a pooch kick to Jack Burnt. He fields it at the 25. Burnt cuts up. Jack Burnt down to the 40-yard line. A return of 15 yards on the play. And 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line here for Notre Dame. They need some points and fast. Legowski under center, hands it off to Hornacek. He cuts up, there goes Daniel Hornacek, and he trips. Hornacek knows it too. If he would have caught wind past the 50-yard line, he would have been absolutely gone, but he trips up just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 1 after a pickup of 9. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Notre Dame in need of some points here on 2nd down and 1. They're still in their own territory. Legowski under center. Takes a snap. He'll throw. He'll go over the middle. Pass is caught by James Flanagan down the left sideline. He's got a block. James Flanagan cuts back. Brought down inside the 15. James Flanagan, the freshman tight end, down inside the 15, officially to the 14, I believe, is where they're going to put him. He's been all over the place for Notre Dame in the passing game. Pickup of 37 on the play, and the Tritons are in the red zone. Legowski under center in the I formation. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hornacek. Hornacek cuts up. Brought down inside the 10 at the 9. So a pickup of 5 on the play. Hornacek has just crossed 100 yards. It wasn't just on that last play. It was in one of his past runs, but he's at 108 rushing yards here in the ball game. Only 13 carries and a jump. That's going to go against Notre Dame. So cancel out that 5-yard gain on the last play. It'll be 2nd and 10 here for Notre Dame. Second and 10, Legowski in the shotgun. And another false start. When it looked like Notre Dame might be gaining momentum, a couple of pre-snap penalties have them, excuse me, have them at the 19-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 19-yard line. Still in the red zone for the Tritons. But they definitely want to get closer and put the ball in the end zone. Legowski takes a snap. It'll be a pass play. Legowski rolling out. He'll throw it to Flanagan inside the 5. Still on his feet. Brought down just inside the 5. The the Tritons have someone in James Flanagan. He has been all over the field, forcing turnovers on special teams against East. Now the leading receiver for this squad, and a first and goal from the 2-yard line. James Flanagan his 3 receptions for 74 yards. Legowski under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Hornacek off the left tackle. Hornacek, touchdown, Tritons. And they are right back in it. They are going to go for 2. Down by 9 currently, so they're going to need to pick this one up. Otherwise, it's still a 2-possession game. So 22-13 is our score. Oh, there we are. Still third quarter. It was not the first quarter. It is the third. Hadn't made that cut. So here we go. 4:44 remaining here in the third. And the Tritons are going to go for 2. Legowski lines up under center in the I formation. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Hornacek. Does he get in? He is in. 2-point conversion for Daniel Hornacek. And it is a 7-point game from here at Ted Fritsch Field. 4:44 remaining. We'll take a quick timeout. Again, 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. 22-15 is your score. Menasha still has the lead, but Notre Dame has stormed back. You're watching Notre Dame Football and Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. And we're back. 4:44 remaining in the third. It'll be Sam Legowski kicking it off for Notre Dame. Sam Geel being treated on the sideline. Legowski, the backup kicker. He'll run up into this one and squib it. It's still live, rolls back to the 15, fielded by Devontre Smith. Devontre Smith off the left end, runs into a big tackle. George Streckenbach was in there. And look at that, James Flanagan was also in there on the tackle. So up to the 24-yard line. First and 10 from the 24. 4:39 remaining here in the third quarter. Korth in the shotgun, hands it off to Devontre Smith. He stops on a dime, big hit. Jay Strain from the safety position comes down and lays a lick on Devontre Smith on that one. Second down and 6 from the 28. Fake handoff, Korth up the middle, still on his feet. He has the first down up to the 37. Well enough for a first down. A.J. Korth 21 carries, 170 yards on the ground for the junior quarterback. Junior quarterback, one of the better two-way playmakers in the region, as we mentioned earlier on in the game. Korth hands it off to Smith. He is met in the backfield, but he picks up some yardage. Braden Curtin in on the tackle on that one. Just short of the 40. We'll call it 2nd and 7. Under 3 minutes to go here in the third. Korth up the middle, takes a hit, I believe just short. The far judge is going to give him the first down. The near judge is a little short. It'll be a first down. Up to the 47 goes A.J. Korth, and another first down. Korth takes off. We got a pre-snap penalty. I think we're going to have offsides going against Notre Dame. And neutral zone infraction indeed is the call. 1st and 5 from the 48. Tritons just continuing to shoot themselves in the foot with those neutral zone infractions. Still a one-possession football game, but Notre Dame's going to need a stop on this drive. Can't allow any points. 1st and 5 from the 48. Korth in the shotgun. He'll step up and run. He will be just short of the first down. Second down and 1 from the 44. Second and 1 here for the Blue Jays. A handoff to Devontre Smith. He's got well enough for the first down. Pile keeps moving down to the 36. First and 10 from the 36. Menasha has been able to move the ball at will on the ground in this football game. 38 carries for 234 rushing yards. The run defense has been gashed so far. Devontre Smith spins out of a tackle, and he's got space. Flag down, and I think that's going to be on Spaeth. Clock stopped at 44. So Devontre Smith to the 21. But I believe a block in the back or holding going against Menasha. The 35. First and 9 from the 35. Direct snap to Korth. He's met in the A gap, and he'll be dropped at the 33-yard line, a pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 7, and that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. To the 4th quarter we go from Ted Fritsch Field, shaping up for a good ending as the rain continues to fall. We'll be back. 22-15 again is your score. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame football on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Fourth quarter action from here at Ted Fritsch Field on the campus of Notre Dame Academy. It's a 7-point game here on 2nd down and 7. Whistles. And I think another equipment issue on quarterback A.J. Korth. Maybe blood that needs to be cleaned up. I believe Korth has to go out of play, so they're going to have to bring in a backup for one play. I believe that's 33 Logan Legal, the freshman. It's Ashton Hoppy, actually. A direct snap to Devontre Smith, and Smith is met at the 30. John Knoll in on the tackle. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 as Jay Strain is down. Strain struggling to put weight on that right leg. Holding the back of his leg. That's not good for Jay. Possibly just a cramp, but you never want to see your leading tackler go out on an important 3rd and 5. Officially a 3rd and 4 here for the Blue Jays. And a direct snap. Korth off the left edge. He is stuffed at the 29. Max Augustine got in there. It'll be 4th and 4. 4th and 3, somewhere in that range.
4th and 4 from the 29.
This would be a huge play if Notre Dame is able to make a stop here. As Menasha will go for it on 4th down. Korth in the shotgun. Smith bounces out. He has space. Devontre Smith, touchdown, Menasha. Unbelievable. Devontre Smith was stopped in the backfield, broke a tackle 29 yards, and it is 28-15 Blue Jays. Tritons have had plenty of opportunities to get momentum back in this one. They've just continued to make little mistakes. Extra point attempt from number 98, Blanset, and it is up and good. 29-15, a 14-point game with just under 11 minutes to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Notre Dame football on Trade Sports Network here on YouTube. 29-15. Again, your score in favor of Menasha. Blanset on to kick it away. This one a line drive aimed towards the sideline and once again goes out of bounds. Ball will be placed at the Notre Dame 35. That's where Notre Dame will take over. They're going to need, they'd like to have a quick score in this one. Really, what's all the difference in this one is you go back to the first quarter, Menasha recovers an onside kick. That's your difference right here in a 14-point ball game. Pitch out to Hornacek, off the left end, still on his feet is Hornacek, a spin move, and he is dropped down at the 41, a pickup of 6 for Hornacek. 2nd down and 4 here for the Tritons. Approaching 10 minutes to go in the football game. Notre Dame in need of some big plays. Hornacek in the backfield, Legowski under center. A handoff to Hornacek. Will he have space? Daniel Hornacek down the right sideline, hit by Spaeth. Out of bounds, a 1st down for Daniel Hornacek up to the 48. Tritons moving the football now, under 10 minutes to go.
1st and 10 Tritons at their own 48.
Still in need of some big plays. Some conversation on who's going to be lining up on the line. Legowski takes the snap, drops back, pressure's on. He'll throw up in the air, picked off. Going down the right sideline, brought down, a pass intercepted, tipped up in the air. And I believe that was Ian Doms. He's been making some plays defensively. And wow, a real momentum killer. The first interception of the year for Sam Legowski. that one was tipped up in the air and intercepted. And now Menasha with the football at the 38. Up the middle, Korth on the carry. Wayne Williams in on the tackle. Gain of 1 to the 37. 2nd down and 9. Check in on Bayport versus Pulaski. Bayport up 14 to nothing in that one. Korth in the shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff. No, it will be a handoff to Devontre Smith. And Smith up to the 25. We have an injured Blue Jay. Time has been called. No, he will stay in the game. That is number 79, Devin Arriaga. Arriaga will limp to the sideline, but in the meantime, it is a 1st down once again for Menasha. To the 27-yard line after a pickup of 10. And you start to get the sense here, if Menasha scores a touchdown here, that might be all she wrote for this one. Notre Dame in need of a big stop. Korth up the middle, takes a hit and is dropped by Braden Curtin on the play. Down to the 24. 2nd down and 7 here for Menasha. Keeper for Korth up the middle. Still picking up extra yards, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down. Almost 30 carries on the night for A.J. Korth. Down just short of the line to gain.
3rd and 1 from the 18.
It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 18. Tritons in need of a stop. Rain continues to come down here in Green Bay. Korth in the shotgun. Korth on the keeper up the middle. There goes A.J. Korth. Korth inside the 5. Touchdown, Menasha. His 30th carry of the night goes 18 yards. It is now 30 carries for over 230 yards. 233 to be exact. And it is a 20-point ball game. Plan set to attempt the extra point. That one is good. It drops in. It was an odd kick, but hey, it goes through regardless. And 36-15 is your score. We'll take a timeout. 6:23 remaining in this football game. Menasha on top by 21. You're watching Notre Dame football on Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. 36-15 is the score from here in Green Bay. Sam Blanchett on to kick it away. That one aimed directly for the sideline once again, and it'll go out of bounds. A kick out of bounds. That's something that Menasha has been willing to take. Notre Dame with the ball at their own 35. Just past 9 o'clock. Check to see if we have any finals from across the FRCC. Last time these two teams squared off, Notre Dame did have to come back from a double-digit deficit to come out with the win, but this one looking bleak in the late stages. Legowski in the shotgun, standing on his own 20, 30-yard line. Hand off to Hornacek, and he is dropped. No gain on the play for Daniel Hornacek, his 18th carry. No gain on the play. Clock dropping under 6 minutes. Notre Dame gonna have to move with some urgency. Legowski sends a man in motion. Takes a snap. It'll be a passing play. He'll step up, throw it for Keegan King. Still on his feet is Keegan King. Off to the races is King. Inside the 20, still on his feet is Keegan King. Inside the 5, dropped just at the 4-yard line. A nice play by Sam Legowski to find Keegan King in the middle of the field, and a great play by King to extend the play down inside the 5. He'll be officially marked in, they'll put it at the 3, I think. That's where they'll put it, at the 3-yard line. So a little bit of life. First and goal from the 3, a 61-yard reception for Keegan King. That puts him up to 2 receptions for 91 yards. Clock rolls close to 5 minutes. Legowski takes the snap, hands it off to Hornacek. Hornacek in the end zone, touchdown Notre Dame. They won't go away just yet. A touchdown for Notre Dame makes it a 36-21 ball game. And they'll come out to attempt the extra point. Sam Legowski will attempt the extra point. Hornacek is the holder. And Hornacek's just going to have to take off and run. He bobbled with it. He's still on his feet. Daniel Hornacek, is he going to find the end zone? He will not. There is a flag down, however. This might be an illegal chop block, and another flag is down. Referee threw his hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, and they'll offset.
Personal foul on the Tritons, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bluejays.
So the penalty's offset. It is a 15-point game. So still a 2-possession game, but Tritons will need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion along the way. Sam Geel still out on the bench on the sideline. Unsure what his injury is. But 5 minutes exactly on the clock. Daniel Hornacek, 18 carries for 126 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. So Legowski's going to have to attempt the onside kick for the Tritons to have a sign of life. It's directly to number 11, Quinn Ludvigsen, and he recovers it and immediately goes down at, I believe, the 48 of Menasha. So 36-21. Menasha with the football. Notre Dame with all 3 timeouts. Korth will line up in the shotgun. Smith, the running back, to his left. Handoff to Smith. Breaks off some tackles, and he is dropped at the 49. And Devontre Smith needing a little bit of assistance up. Jay Strain is back on the field, seems to be stretching out his calf. So 2nd and 7, clock under 4:30 to go. Korth keeps it up the middle, and he's knocked back. Keegan King in there on the tackle. And a timeout called by Notre Dame for this 3rd and 5.
Timeout, Tritons. Their first charge timeout of the half.
We're still here, 3rd down and 5 from the 47. Notre Dame in need of a stop to get the football back.
Third and 5 from the Triton 47.
Third down and 5 from the 47. A keeper, no, Devontre Smith is sent backwards. Curtin came away with the football, but they ruled the play dead. They ruled the play dead. Curtin stripped the ball away. Timeout called by Notre Dame. I don't know what happened. A pickup of 2. But it looked like Braden Curtin came away from the pile with the football. Wow. All right, another 4th down and 3. Notre Dame's still in it if they're able to get a stop here. Fourth and 3 officially. 36-21 is the score, 3:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. I think Menasha's just trying to get him to jump, and they won't. Timeout called by Menasha. Fourth down and 3. It's possible we see Menasha just punt this one away to try and pin Notre Dame back in their own territory, but they might also come out with a play and try and end it for good. And I believe they're in punt formation. Korth is their punter, and he can run, but he will punt it. Augustine back to return. This one's going to roll and stop right at the 2. What a punt from A.J. Korth, and it drops right at the 2-yard line. It's going to be a long field for Notre Dame. .340 remaining in the game. Rain is starting to lighten up for the last 3 minutes and change. Notre Dame going to need some big plays to stay in this one. First and 10 from the 2. Snap to Legowski. He'll roll out. He'll throw it to Joey Herning, out of bounds, incomplete. Second down and 10 here for Notre Dame. Legowski will stay in the shotgun from his own end zone. Hornacek, the running back, to his left. Snap to Legowski. It's slightly low. He'll throw it to Ethan Wall, a team who is dropped at the 13. For 24, Ethan Wall, a team, comes up with a catch down to the 14. Pickup of 12. Clock runs now under 3:30. Legowski in the shotgun, out of the shadow of his own goalpost. Legowski going deep for Keegan King, off his hands, incomplete. Legowski tonight 7 for 10, 172 yards. No passing touchdowns, 1 interception. Second down and 10. Legowski takes a snap. He'll crank it up, throw downfield for Max Augustine just outside his catch radius, off his fingertips. And it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 14. .306 remaining in the ball game. Legowski drops back. Pressure's on. He'll throw over the middle. Keegan King off his hands, incomplete. King comes up holding his arm. Notre Dame will travel to De Pere next week. 4th down and 10. With 3:01 remaining in the ball game. 15 ball game. Legowski takes a snap. Drops back, throws over the middle. That one broken up, incomplete. And a turnover on downs. 4 straight incomplete passes. And now Menasha with the ball with 2:55 remaining.
First and 10, Blue Jays at the Triton 14.
Next week, Menasha will host Manitowoc Lincoln. That's the other undefeated team currently in conference play in the FRCC-South. We don't have an update on what Manitowoc Lincoln finished with tonight. But coming into tonight, they were 3-0 in conference play. Handoff to Smith, and he will be driven back after a pickup of about 2. Tritons will drop to 3-3 overall in the season. They suffer their first conference loss. 3-1 in conference play if this score does stand. And the road does not get much easier as they will face rival De Pere next week in FRCC crossover action. Korth hands it off to Devontre Smith. He's still on his feet. Devontre Smith stretches the goal line. Touchdown, Menasha. And that's going to be a 40-burger for the Blue Jays. 42-21 with just under 2 minutes to go. They'll go for 2. Or excuse me, not go for 2. They'll go for the extra point. Plan set on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up and it is good. 43-21 is the score. That's now the most points that Notre Dame has surrendered all season. They'd previously surrendered 38 in the season opener to Pulaski. They'd surrendered 28 to Bayport, now 43 to the Menasha Blue Jays, a team that only scored 10 points against them in the season opener back in the spring. Blandset will kick it away. Notre Dame with one timeout remaining. They'll look to try and get some momentum going into the big game at De Pere next week. Blandset kicks it high. It'll be fielded by Hornacek at the 15. Hornacek up the middle, still on his feet. There goes Daniel Hornacek down the left sideline. Hornacek puts on a move, cuts back, and he is dropped at the 50. Fielded at the 15, brought all the way back to midfield. That's where Notre Dame will have the football. Manitowoc Lincoln played against Sheboygan North tonight. Might be safe to say that they moved to 4-0. So that's going to be another unbeaten team in conference play that Menasha will have to play next week. If Manitowoc wins next week, they may have an open shot at the conference title, which definitely was not expected coming into this season. Definitely was thought to be between these two teams, and this game might just decide it. A timeout called by Menasha. So 1:48 remaining in the ball game. It is a 22-point deficit that Notre Dame is facing. They've put together some decent plays. It's just been that Menasha's made more of them, and they absolutely exposed the middle of the field, and they were able to run with ease with the read option all night. Should it be coming to an end for Menasha on offense? A.J. Core, 30 carries, 217 yards on the ground. Devontre Smith, 22 carries for 122 yards on the ground. 53 carries, 332 yards on the ground for Menasha. Legowski, a low snap. He'll dump it off for Hornacek, who is not expecting the pass. So incomplete. .144 remaining in the game. Tritons still at midfield. Second and 10 from officially the 49. Legowski under center, Hornacek the running back behind him. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. Legowski drops back. Pressure's on. He'll step up, throw downfield. Pass is almost caught by Ethan Wall, a team, but just out of his arms. And third down and 10. Only 2 passing attempts all night for Menasha. Both of them fell incomplete. Again, the story was the run game. 53 carries, 332 yards across the board for the Blue Jays. Legowski sends a man in motion. Takes a snap, bobbles it. They'll throw it downfield. That one wobbly and intercepted. 2 interceptions on the night for Sam Legowski. He had not recorded one coming into the ball game. That one was intercepted by Ernesto Rodriguez Anderson.
And the Blue Jays will take over first and 10 at their own 22.
And that will just about do it. Under 90 seconds to go. Again, Notre Dame will face De Pere next week. Tough road conference game. Menasha will face against Manitowoc Lincoln after coming away with a huge conference win tonight. Handoff to Devontre Smith. A pickup of about 4 or 5 on the play. Put him at the 26. Second down and 6. Have to imagine, I think this might be the last play of the game. Korth in victory formation. He drops to a knee. And will they have to run a play? And I don't think they'll have to run another play. Final score tonight, 43-21. Menasha comes away with the win. Blue Jays move to 4-2 on the season and 3-1 in conference play. Tritons fall to 3-3 and move to 3-1 in conference play. Again, final score 43-21 in favor of Menasha. For Principal Patrick Brown, Assistant Principal Greg Masaryk, President Dr. Tom Kiley, Athletic Director Matthew Koenig, Inch McCarrick, Austin Bowick, I'm Joey Bonadonna.